Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Monday, January 6th, and you know what that means. It's time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. Happy New Year. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram, and of course the 215 on Twitter. And without further ado, let's get into the news as we are covering the week of December 30th. AJ Francis has signed a new contract with TNA after exploring other major opportunities. He is coming back. I always thought he would come back. He has been a major player in TNA. NXT has celebrated the year-end awards. Here are the winners. Male Superstar of the Year, Trick Williams. Female Superstar of the Year, Jada Parker. Tag Team of the Year, Chase U. Moment of the Year, Trick Williams wins his first NXT title. Match of the Year, Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams at Vengeance Day. This was solid. Would I've chosen someone else? If we look at the nominees, Male Superstar of the Year, I might have given it to Obafemi. Female Superstar of the Year, probably would have given it to Roxanne Perez. Tag Team of the Year, Fraxium. Moment of the Year is very much a toss-up, but I probably would have gone with the 10-woman tag at ECW Arena. And Match of the Year, I would have gone with the Women's Iron Survivor match. But let me know what you guys think. Did the NXT get it right or wrong? AEW has signed a new talent. She has been featured a lot, especially on Ring of Honor, but that would be none other than Aviva Van. She got her first AEW merchandise, and she is officially part of the AEW Ring of Honor, AAA, CMLL, New Japan family. Dynamite will be getting major updates. It's getting a replay. After Dynamite airs, it will be airing on True TV, which will reach 68 million homes. The replay will begin Friday at 10 p.m. Gabe Kidd and David Finley's contracts are nearing their expiration. Both of these guys have been major players for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Gabe Kidd just recently faced a returning Kenny Omega at Wrestle Dynasty. We'll see how things work out with them. Wrestling legend Sweet Daddy Siki has passed away. A legend in this game. He was 91 years old. This we start to lose our legends. He played a big role in shaping two current legends, and that would be none other than Edge, Adam Copeland, and Christian Cage. NXT Level Up's replacement has been named. It will be called NXT Evolve, and essentially, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Evolve partnership that we've been waiting for with the WWE. Level Up, Evolve will essentially be the same as Level Up, but it'll be shot exclusively for streaming while featuring promos and acting more like a television program for up and coming talent. And some really crappy news. The 2026 Royal Rumble looks like it will be taking place in Saudi Arabia. This has not been confirmed, but this has been a major thing that at some point Saudi Arabia would get either a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble, and it looks like they're going to be getting the Royal Rumble in 2026. That sucks. JoJo made a shocking return. She actually announced a dark match on AEW Collision this past week, and it's good to see her back and shaking things up. This was just a good element for the pre-show. On the injury side of things, Tatum Paxley is dealing with a serious injury as she has a busted ovarian cyst, a ruptured ovarian cyst, and suffering from the norovirus, but she is healing. She will be getting back. Keith Lee has looked better. We got the first picture of him in a long time with his wife, Mia Yim, aka Mi Chin, or I should say Mi Chin, aka Mia Yim, and he looks in great shape and great spirits. Wishing my man nothing but the best. Hope my man can come back. Riho was training backstage at the previous Collision show. She's undergoing some, in-ring work as she suffered a fractured arm back on July 6th. So we'll see what goes on with her. Reason behind Matt Seidel's absence, well, he suffered a broken foot and had knee surgery long time ago. Back, he had the knee surgery in 2022, but he suffered the broken foot middle of last year. So he's just getting ready. It looks like the Street Profits have aggravated some previous injuries at a WWE house show, so they will be out for the time being. But that is the news with the injuries, and we should be right back with the week in review. right, the week in review. You know, we start off with Monday Night Raw. This was the last Monday Night Raw for the USA Network, and they got a nice little fitting tribute. But we did say goodbye to USA. This is the last 2-hour Raw as we move back to 3 hours when they go to Smackdown tonight. The New Day opened up hijacking the show. We were supposed to start with Jey Uso, and they couldn't get a word. And Jey comes out, tells them, listen, they suck. I'm still Team New Day. New Day, essentially, they just leave. And then the Bloodline on screen tells Jey that the Ula Fale isn't leaving, and Solo will be winning Tribal Combat. Drew then attacked Jey Uso and got a second shot in after security broke them up. Chad Gable defeated Otis. Liv and Finn Balor throw jabs at each other because, they both were supposed to be prepared for their matches. And, Finn and JD McDonald lost, so we'll see how Liv deals with Rhea. Dakota Kai defeated Zoe Stark to advance to the IC tournament finals. Damian Priest and the Viking Raiders, War Raiders, defeated the Judgment Day, offended them the Judgment Day off after the match. Sheamus interrupted Ludwig Kaiser and they brawl once again. Hopefully this feud can be done soon. Ray gives Otis support and the New Day knocks them all of the LWO, and looks like they will be facing the LWO in a tag match. Lyra Valkyria defeated IYO SKY to advance to the IC tournament finals. And in the main event segment, Seth Rollins and CM Punk really throw some shots and some barbs at each other, with them speaking truth, but Seth was really speaking the truth. Essentially called CM Punk a cancer, that he will cut him out for good. That was how the final Raw on USA ended. Over on Dynamite, this was the fight for the Fallen show. Raw had got a fist. Dynamite gets a fist. Mox is still king. He says he's still king, and Copeland is just the loudest guy in the room. Right after, will give the Death Riders a fight, and Cope sees fear of Mox. Our opening contest was Hangman Page defeating Orange Cassidy, and he continued attacking Orange Cassidy after the match until producers and security tried stopping him, and then he decked Christopher Daniels. Jay White will deal with Wheeler Yuta and win the Casino Gauntlet, getting that number. First, he's going to win the Triple Threat match, getting the number 1 spot, and then he will win the Gauntlet to challenge Mox. The Hurt Syndicate team of Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley defeated the Acclaimed after Anthony Bowens walked out on Max Caster. He was tired of dealing with Caster's BS. Swerve says he will rebound from 2025. Even though he had a great 2024, 2025 is going to be even better. Julia Hart defeated Jamie Hayter after faking her out with an arrow and giving her the mist. Kenny Omega will return next week. Okada says, listen, you my man. We've been to war. Stay out of my way. The Undisputed Kingdom all want the gold, and they are back together. Jay White earns the number 1 spot in the Gauntlet, after he defeated Swerve Strickland and Roderick Strong. After Ricochet attacked Swerve, Roddy took the pin here. After the match, Ricochet absolutely destroyed Swerve. He laid out Prince Nana and left Swerve bloodied, beaten, and battered. And this was what we were waiting for. This has been leading up to this when it comes to Ricochet. Mariah May would love for someone to step up to her. She's been told to stop disparaging the women's division, but no one can compete with her and be on her level. Jeff Jarrett has re-signed with AEW. His announcement was that he re-signed with AEW and that their last Outlaw wants one more rider. He's going for the AEW World Championship. Christian, Hook says he's going to go and choke that man out. They'll be facing each other at Maximum Carnage. Powerhouse Hobbs won a squash match. Get him going again. Rated FTR challenged the learning tree to a match after he had a conversation backstage, so this will be going down on Collision. MJF, after winning the Dynamite Diamond Ring for the 6th time, says he's getting something that he never lost, and that will be the Triple B. He's coming for the World Championship. In the main event, Rated FTR defeated the Death Riders after Jay White hit Wheeler Yuta with a blade. Ronda over on Impact. This show gets a fist. Jordan Grace, our theme is gone from TNA. Ryan Nemeth and Joe Hendry throw some barbs at each other. Nick and Ryan ends up defeating Rhino by DQ after Rhino used a chair on him. Jordan Grace tells Tessa not to cross her again. The Hardys versus the Rascals is set for Genesis. This will be for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Ace Austin defeated Kushida, and Ace, after the match, he thanks everybody for their support of him, and especially for Chris Bay, who's working to get back to some form of normalcy after his horrific injury. But he wants the world title, the most important championship in TNA. Moose comes out and is like, you didn't name the X Division Championship. TNA was built on the back of the X Division, so long as I have the belt, It is the most important championship. And he almost said something about Chris Bay, and also was like, yo, keep Bay's name out of your mouth, or we gonna have some problems. So Santino sets up an X Division Championship match for Genesis. A brawl broke out between the System, Eric Young, Steve Macklin, and Jonathan Gresham. Rhino and Joe Hendry will be taking on the Nemeths next week. Santana is interrupted by the Northern Armory, and they talk about their history. Well, this going to go down. Santana challenges Josh Alexander to a match. Leon Slater declines Cass's offer for help, for tutelage, for guidance. Nick Nemeth believes in Joe Hendry, but ultimately he will still win. Our main event was an 8-woman tag match, and the team of Masha Slamovich, Jordan Grace, and Spitfire defeated Tasha Steelz, Rosemary, and the Elegants, Ash and Heather. The Heels attacked their respective opponents after the match, with the Elegants attacking Spitfire, Rosemary attacking Masha Slamovich, hitting her with the mist, and Tessa Blanchard came out and attacked Jordan Grace and essentially threw her out of the arena. And this is essentially Jordan Grace's exit from TNA. Over on SmackDown, it's Tiffy time. This show gets this is the first 3 hours SmackDown. To be honest with y'all, this was a drag, and the only reason this show gets a fist and not a thumbs down is because of Tiffany Stratton. That is it. Drew McIntyre supports Cody, and Cody was out. And Drew's like, listen, you're the champ, you represent us as company, but ultimately you need to watch your back. And then KO attacked Cody, and Drew McIntyre just looked on. Security broke them up, but KO got in one more shot. Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Andrade after using the exposed turnbuckle. LA Knight attacked Nakamura after the match and says he will get back with his. This is what we need from LA Knight. This fire that he has is when he at his best. Apollo Crews put DIY on blast, and Legado attacked, not DIY, puts Pretty Deadly on blast for lying, and then Legado attacked Pretty Deadly. So Nick Aldis wants to have a chat with Pretty Deadly, and he says, they will be on notice that they and DIY are on thin ice. Michin defeated Piper Niven. Naomi says she's going to win the women's championship tonight. Paul Heyman hypes the tribal combat match, and he breaks down like Solo was bred. He was set up to be the next tribal chief after Roman Reigns was done, but he saw an opportunity and took it after WrestleMania, and he brought in Jacob, and he brought in Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, people that are despised and hated and feared and can't come into the country, can't come into the wrestling business. Solo comes out and says, listen, I trust you, and here's what's going to happen. I trust you to hold on to the Ula Fala during tribal combat, and if Roman wins, I will place this on him and acknowledge him as our tribal chief. But when I win, you will be my wise man forever. This was pretty. This was good. He laid it all on the line. DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns for the tag team championships. Ended in no contest as Legado and Pretty Deadly all end up fighting out to the ring. Candice LeRae, and IJX can't find Tiffany Stratton. The Usos and Sammy Cross pass with Mello, and then KO tells Jay to watch his back. Cody says, listen, Nick, you're actually a good boss. You're doing a good job. I get to call my shot. If I see KO, I'm dropping him. Nia Jax defeated Naomi to retain the WWE Women's Championship in a fantastic match. She had help from Tiffany Stratton, who looked like she was going to cash in. Faked out, tossed her up, hit Naomi with the belt. 1, 2, 3 after the Annihilator. And then, as Nia was attacking Bianca Belair, Tiffany hit Nia with the briefcase throughout Candice LeRae. Then Bianca hits a KOD on Nia. Tiffy cashes in. Pretty's moves, whatever. 1, 2, 3. We got a new women's champion. LA Knight promises to get his rematch next week, and the Bloodline defeated Sami Zayn and the Usos. Over Collision, this show also gets a fist, and Saturday Night is All Right for Fighting as the Elton John theme song is back. Also, I wanted to point out, forgot to mention this, on Dynamite, the new theme is I'm So Excited by the Pointer Sisters. People are upset with it. I don't. It's great. These were the first two simulcasts between, for AEW on both TNT, TBS, and Max. So we had our opening promos. Remember, Collision used to start with those promos. Those are back. So we got Mark Briscoe, Daniel Garcia, and the Learning Tree, and rated FTR. Our opening contest was Daniel Garcia defeating Mark Briscoe to retain the TNT Championship. So they are 1-1. I expect a rematch, a rubber match between these two. John Moxley promises playing for Cope. Oh yeah, Adam Copeland is now just Cope. It's whatever. We had a fun back segment with FTR, the Rock and Roll Express, and the Outrunners. This was just good with classic tag team wrestling. You can have fun, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Jarrett won a squash match. Chris Daniels has had enough of Hangman, and after Daniels told Hangman, like, yo, you my boy, I know you. You gotta let this anger go, let this hate go, because it's holding you back. And Hangman was like, everybody else had backup. Where were you? Slapped him, told him you're nothing but an old man. Well, Daniels had enough and attacked him and headbutted him so many times that Hangman was left bleeding. Private Party retained the World Tag Team Championship after they defeated Lio Rush and Action Andretti after Dante Martin got involved. We're not done with these two teams. Cope confronted Jericho, and he's like, listen, 15 years we've known each other. And Jericho was like, I remember you being hurt. I don't remember you at all. Fun. Tony Storm defeated Deonna Purrazzo. I would have actually liked Deonna to win here. If Tony is a rookie, Deonna should have won. You can't keep having the vendetta lose. Brian Cage defeated Commander Dante Martin and the Beast Mortos, and let's call it a $100,000 lucha match. Lio Rush and Action Andretti targeted Dante Martin during this match, and in the main event, rated FTR defeated the Learning Tree. The Death Riders actually ended up capturing the Rock and Roll Express, showing that on screen, and we also saw the Outrunners being left as collateral damage. Our matches of the week from Raw: Lyra Valkyria versus IYO SKY. These two have really, really good chemistry together. I would like to see these two face each other again. From Impact, Ace Austin versus Kushida. This was Kushida's last match in TNA before he goes back to New Japan. From Smackdown, Nia Jax versus Naomi for the WWE Women's Championship. And that's good, man. From Collision, Daniel Garcia versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. From Wrestle Kingdom 19, Konosuke Takeshita versus Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight Championship. And from Wrestle Dynasty, Mercedes Mone versus Mina Shirakawa in a championship match with the New Japan Strong and the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship, both being on the line. Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd, probably our best match of the week. And Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet for the IWGP World Championship. Our star of the week, Kenny Omega making his return, Tiffany Stratton, and Mercedes Mone for winning championships. But that is our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Look on the screen what we got coming up for you. Check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 2 on Instagram, of course, 215 on Twitter. I see you when I see you. Peace.